And guys, we are live. What's going on? It's Ty of the Geek Low Stars, and we about to get into another One Piece chapter 1185. You already know it's Saturday. You already know I cover One Piece out here. Okay, so let me know about any audio issues or anything like that. Okay, so we're gonna get into this chapter. We are not gonna waste any time. Let's see what's happening in this Brook arc, which I'm assuming we are still in. All right, let's get into it, guys. All right. Chapter 80, 1185. You better buzz off. All right. So on the cover chapter, we see our girl, Boa Hancock. It's been a minute since we saw her, guys. I think since Egghead, right? Something like that. And this is a cover request by Masako. Hancock hones her cooking skills for Luffy, as always. So, okay, cool. All right, y'all, let's get into it. We ain't gonna waste no time. Let's get into it. All right, so we're back with the Brooks friend, the prince or whatever. Okay. Candle. I said Candle, make Brook your page. Teach him good manners and how to speak properly. You got it, Lord Levue. Lord Levue. There we go. There we go. All right, so we see him Brook with a sword. He looks so small carrying that sword, by the way. Also, we are still in the flashback, guys. We are still in the flashback. It's crazy. Chat, like I said, any audio issues? I'm too loud, too low. Y'all let me know, or just let me know what y'all thought about this chapter in general, okay? As I'm reading along. Let's go. Wow, the palace is packed with cute babes. There's one hottie. Two hotties, now three. Cut it out. Don't worry, you're still number one, Candle. See, that's how you gotta do it, Playboy. That's how you gotta do it, bro. Listen, I may be looking at everybody else, but I still got my eyes on you, girl. That's Lady Kendall. You're my page now. Let me see your panties, bro. This dude was homie was working at an early age, bro. From the get-go, he was like, yo, let me see your panties, bro. No conversations. I just want to see your panties, bro. Death from above. What's going on, my boy? How you doing? Glad you're on the stream. Glad you're on the stream. My boy Brook out here starting early, bro. Let me see your panties, bro. And then you see Candle getting mad, yelling his name, too. Crazy. All right. Now, I'm wondering if we're going to get like a little time skip in this chapter, too. We'll see. Hey, do you have an issue with wearing your school uniform? If I let that school crap my style, I won't be able to jam and make good tunes anymore. Don't worry, though. I'm looking forward to rocking a guard corps uniform one day. So, homie, don't even want to wear the fit, bro. And I get it. When I was in school, too, I didn't want to wear the fit neither, bro. I definitely understand that. And I think that's all kids, too. They want to wear what they want to wear. You know what I mean? We got a break again? Yo, I'm getting tired of these breaks, bro. I'm getting tired of it. Well, that's disappointing. Okay. I'm gonna say what I gotta say at the end, but I got something to say about that at the end. Let's keep going, guys. All right, then you see Candle. She's actually taking a liking to Brook. You know, not like a romantic interest type of thing, I don't think, but you know, she's taking a liking to Brook. As you see the smile as she's giving, putting them over the covers and stuff. And he's got his banjo sleeping with his guitar too, which is pretty sweet. Gotta admit, I'm jealous. I can't believe this kid gets to be Lady Candle's page. Yo, Candle, do you have a type of guy you go for? Lady Candle, I'm sorry, Lady Candle. There is only one man, but he's out of my league. Pretty sure she's talking about the prince. You just see them training. Okay, cool. The reason I trained so hard with the sword is to be by his side. I bet if you'd get him, I bet if you'd get him, wait, I'm sorry, guys. I bet you'd get him if you dressed more like a chick instead of a dude. Damn, bro. Kids don't care, bro. That's not necessary. Being near him is more enough for me. Huh? Near him? What does that mean? It's me? No, of course not. They say, no, you're a kid, bro. No, hell no. Hell no. Lady Candle, don't tell me you were even wear men's underwear. I don't. Yo, why is Brooke asking these weird ass questions, bro? Really? Then you gotta let me see your panties. Brooke, your language is not improving. You have to be polite and use honorifics when you ask someone a favor. Son. Brooke is like, all right, cool. Would you be so kind, my lady, as to let me see your panties? Lady Candle says, of course not. Even outside of politeness, you need to consider basic decency too. I'm going to drill good etiquette into you. Good grief. Strength and etiquette go hand in hand. Okay, so we are getting a little bit of a time skip here. Okay. So we're not going to waste time here. Okay, cool. What? Then I'll do my best. I mean, I shall endeavor to give it my all. And we see in Brooke right here as an older adult. Okay. There's not a soul around who doesn't admire Lady Candle. She shines like the sun over the whole nation. Now that I think about it, there was once a time a world government ship drifted up here in Esperita. The kingdom was thrown into panic as no one had ever dealt with directly the people of such stature. Sorry. The celestial dragons. Okay, we're getting celestial dragon shit. Okay. So the celestial dragons did come to this island. Okay, cool. Excuse me. Okay, all right. Oh, okay. So this is much later because we see Gonko older than what we saw her the chapter before this. What I'm saying. Yep. Pressure was overwhelming. Lady Candle was actually bedridden for a few months after that. Probably due to the stress. You wouldn't believe how dark the kingdom fell back then. Yo! Wait, why was she bedridden for a few months? Wait. Did she get that STD, bro? Like Guinea did? Because you know how those celestial dragons do, bro. You know how those celestial dragons be, bro. When they be coming through, they grabbing all the chicks, bro. They be nah, son. He got. I don't know, bro. Was she throwing it back for these celestial dragons, bro? Getting them celestial dragon STDs, bro. The Mary Joa STDs, bro. Is that what she was doing? Y'all let me know, bro. I don't know why she was bedridden for a few months after their visit. That like I need more explanation for that. I probably shouldn't laugh, but it was really like the sunset on our kingdom. But that was just the beginning. You wouldn't believe the influx of news that followed through, Princess. Your father, the renewed, rugged prince, ascended the throne. At the same time, he married your mother, Lady Candle. The celebrations across Esperita was as thrilling as a live concert. And then we were blessed by your birth, Princess Shuri. Yeah. The nation positively bubbled with joy. People were saying, I want to see her face, or she's so cute, or she takes after her mother. Oops, I'm getting off topic. But you get the picture. That's why I love your folks. They're my ultimate benefactors. In fact, I'd gladly relinquish my life for those two. Check out my latest hit, Relinquish. Wow, crazy. I like so far. I like the fact that we're not staying in Book's past for so long. I don't think. Like, I thought we were gonna stay a little bit when he was like little for a little bit, but we're not. We're kind of going forward, and I like that because that means that we're not gonna be in this flashback for too long. Hopefully, but we'll see. Mommy and Daddy, Mommy and Daddy. So Brooke, what would you do if I were in danger? That's obvious. I'd lay my life down in a. I'm sorry. I'd lay down my life in a heartbeat for you too. Is that just because I'm here daughter? She getting pouty. No, it's because you're you. You're supposed to say that wholeheartedly without hesitation. And then gives her a lollipop, shuts her up. All right, so we're going through a little montage right here. So we have Brooke actually training Gunko, which is pretty cool. Which I'm wondering if we go back to when we go back to the present, are we gonna see Gunko actually fight with a sword in present day? Maybe against Emu. Maybe against Emu. We'll see. Hey, Daddy. Use father instead. You're not a little girl anymore. I love you too, father. You see him just disgusted. Princess Shuri, if you're craving freedom from your parents, you know you could always vent it out with a song like this. And you just see Brooke wilding out because Gunko got a little cut on her finger. Y'all better buzz off. Aha, why do those lyrics sound so weird? Brooke literally grew up with this girl. Yo, that's insane. That is insane, bro. So we can see why Brooke was so kind of angry when he saw Gunko. Because whatever she did, which I'm assuming she killed her parents when she was Domi Reversi, whatever she did, Brooke took that shit to heart. And I see why, because he grew up with this girl. This was basically her father figure, I guess, in a way. Like, you know what I mean? Like a daughter, something like that. Damn, it's crazy. Like, yo, look, see what I'm saying? Like, bugging out over the cut, you know, shielding her from the rain, seeing her grow up. It's crazy. It's a dialect from a kingdom in the west called Kagmata. Y'all better buzz off. Okay. Just seeing this, you seeing Brooke get scared by the stone, by the skull. Funny. Seeing him fishing. Oh, wait, he got hurt? Why did he get hurt? We ain't pups bought off with treats. We ain't kids turned around by sweets. Yo, this is so crazy. They really were together, guys. This is insane. In Shuri's 15th year. Huh? It's out of tune. Music died in the kingdom of Esperita. A thick mist shrouded the country and lingered for half a year. The land's instruments decayed as the mist turned into smog. The whole island was swallowed whole. Music no longer echoed through the streets. Joyful melodies gave way to the sound of coughing. Wait. A plague? Was it a plague? Was it a plague? The toxic smug ravaged the lungs. Of the tens of the thousands lives it claimed. I'm sorry. Of the tens of thousands and claimed the lives of hundreds. The fog will clear. It must. This is Candle talking. Wow, so this was a plague. What? Whoa! She died? Why? Oh my god. So this is how she died. So Gunko did not get rid of her. I did not expect this. I did not expect this. I did not expect this, guys. Is it Caesar's fruit or Magellan's fruit? I don't know. That's actually a good question. I don't know because this thing just came out of nowhere. I don't know. That's actually an interesting question, Dev. I don't know. Beset by one unimaginable tragedy after another, the kingdom knew nothing but suffering. Even after the frog has lifted, the scars it caused remained. Wait, yo, she died because of that too? You seeing Gunko, Brooke, and the king just all crying right now. Oh my gosh. Your Highness, we still owe the government this year's heavily tribute, but we can't afford to pay them. God damn. They gotta do that too? Uh-oh. Okay, so so we got Gunko and Brooke training again, but we got Gunko going a little bit hard, bro. Whoa there. Princess, the way you move, sometimes it's like you can see the future. Wait, wait. Observation hockey? Observation hockey? Google has observation hockey? Is that why he said that? Is that why he said that? Brook no hockey is crazy. Hold on, bro. Hold on. She unlocked observation hockey because her mom died? That is so crazy. That is so crazy. Princess, the way you move sometimes, it's like you can see the future. I'm gonna be just like mommy. I mean, mother. I think you would be well suited for that, but I doubt your father would be pleased at the notion of you fighting on the front lines, princess. Father seems troubled lately. I have an idea why, but there's nothing we can do about it. I will simply follow the king to the very end. Don't you want to become a pirate, Brooke? Oh, so he wanted to become a pirate at this time. Oh, shoot. I'm happy to put my own dreams on hold while I repay my debt to His Majesty. When the time comes, I'm going with you. Absolutely not. Try and stop me. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Y'all see the king, bro? Looking beat up, bro. The world government is our enemy. This means war. What? Understood. Yo, Brooke ain't saying. He said nothing but a word, bro. Understood. I'm gonna fight too, bro. Commander, Your Majesty. Excuse me, Your Majesty. I must ask that you tell us your reasoning first. Brooke. They demanded 1,000 slaves. Oh shit! Oh, you know how they run, guys. You know how they run. That is the only way they would waive this year's heavenly tribute. Slavery in the Holy Land is a fate worse than death. It definitely is. No way. The government's armada will arrive in 2 months, and I have no intention of choosing human sacrifices to hand over them. All right, so this is probably how the country got decimated. Okay. Is our country done for, Commander? Don't non-member nations turn into lawless zones? Are they really going to loot us for everything we've got? Apparently, there was once another nation in the West Blue that disappeared too. Wait, what? Wait, which one are you talking about? Which one are you talking about? Oh my God. Okay. All right, we're good. I've heard all of these tales out where the deadly sea wind wails about a land that makes the mighty shake with fear, a land they won't come next year, that won't come near, a home of the samurai and them giant. Wait. I've heard all of these tales out where the deadly winds wails. A land about a land that makes the mighty shake with fear, a land they won't come near, a home for the samurai and them giant folk. They exist like all the tales spoke. Like a mean OB, they'll sting and flee. They said to consider your views. Is he talking about Wano and Elbaph? It looks like that's what they're talking about. And then you just see a picture of this garbage or wreckage. And this looks like Brooks' guitar, I'm not sure. Cause we got nothing left to lose. And then you just see everybody just cheering on and stuff. They landed on the northern port. Platoon 12, intercept. Oh, wait, hold on, guys. We got action over here. Hold on, bro. We got action. Oh, I'm going all the way back. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry about that. Sorry about that. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Okay, so we got Brooke running out here. Okay. Nobody said that there'd be this many of them. Don't let them set foot on this island. You better buzz off. We're out here on the map's edge, but don't scold off. Our name ain't something that could be wiped with ease. Ooh, all right, we seeing Brooke cutting loose out here. Just you'll find taking our home ain't gonna be a breeze. Commander, the enemy has breached the palace. I'll hold off the barricade at the staircase. Why can't I? Okay, this is a flashback. Why can't I fight too? That's out of the question. We'll be at the mercy if they capture you. Don't you have any crazy ideas now, princess? It's a raider. Oh man, princess, the garden we've always walked in. It's been set ablaze, yo. They destroyed the whole island, bro. Oh, your majesty, the junkyard we used to play in has been reduced to a hellish inferno. Y'all better buzz off. At the edge of the maps, a hell of a sight because it shines mighty bright. All right, so we seeing Brooke slicing up some government agents, and it looks like he's slicing up some celestials too. All right, he gets to the castle, and then he stops and looks shocked. Why? Why, son? Do I want to even look? I mean, I have to look. Bro. Let's see. What? What? What the fuck is the fuck? What the? What is that? He don't have a head. Wait, he don't have a head. Who is this? Who the hell is this? That has to be Gunk. Son, wait. So many things are happening right now. So many things. Hold on. So many things happening right now. Wait, is this Mars? Is this Mars? Is this Mars? Son. Son, Mars was there? So Mars know who Brooke is. Son. Wait, who is that? I can't tell who this is. It looks like they have a coffee, but it look like they don't have a head. Is this who is this? But you see Gunko right here, and you see her father dead. And you just see black flames on the sword and her feet. And she's in demon mode here too. Worried about the war? It's already over, Brooke. And then you just see, son, you see Brooke's face, bro. You see Brooke's face, bro. Brooke's face look crazy, bro. Aren't you happy? Oh my gosh. Wait a minute. Is this dude oh, what is his name? For the Black Bear Pirates. Is this Shiryu? Is this no? That's not Shiryu. This is not Shiryu of the Rain. This is not Shiryu. Son, what is happening? And then she says, "Aren't you happy?" And she's been Domi reversed with the horns. What happened here? 1185 chapter end. Break next week. I'm gonna talk about the break in the end, but well, we're gonna start our way. I mean, majority of the conversation has to be here. I mean, for this review portion. Okay. This chapter did not go the way I expected. And I'm really mad that we got a freaking break. We just came off of a break. Now we got another break. Like that's driving me crazy. Okay, but let's talk about this, guys, because this is kind of crazy to me. So, who is this old man right here? This looks like Shiryu, but I'm not 100% sure. But as Def told me right here, this is from 70 years ago, right? This is from 70 years ago. This is from 70 years ago, guys. Right? So I don't understand. I don't understand what's going on. Okay. So one of the things I feel like is really cool is that you see Mars right here in his zoning mythical devil, whatever this shit is, type form. Now it's cool because God Valley, you had Saint Saturn there. And in Egghead, you had Saturn there as well with the other Gurusei, but Saturn was there first, right? So it's cool that you see other Guruseis coming to these cities, these islands, and if it has to be eradicated, you got one of the Gurusei coming. That's actually pretty cool. But this also shows me too, the Gurusei doesn't come through unless you're, how can I say it? Unless I don't know how to say it. Like unless your island is that powerful in terms of like having powerful players, unless it's that, they're not going to bring the Gurusei. Just like, for example, Egghead had the Straw Hats and Bonnie and Kuma and the Vegapunks. So that required everybody to be there, right? All of the Gurusei members to be there because Saturn was having a hard time contending the situation. But I also find it funny that Emu did not take over any one of the Gurusei while they were in Egghead. I find that very interesting as well, right? But this is very interesting too because specifically Mars is here when I'm wondering why that is. I'm wondering really why that is. And also, my boy Death from Above says this might be Kong on Nepo Piece. Yeah, that's my biggest thing here about who this person is. That's my biggest issue. Not issue, but just out of curiosity. Who is this other person? Is this a God's Knight? It looks like a God's Knight to me. It looks like a God's Knight because he's dressed like Somers is. Like this is how they look, right? But I'm wondering who this is. We'll probably find out next chapter. I hope we do. But sorry, guys. But I'm wondering who this is. He looks like, and this is why I said Shiryu, because he looks like Shiryu. He has the cat, he has like that elitist cat type of thing happening. Hat. He looks like, and even the face, like he looks like Shiryu. So that's why I'm thinking it was Shiryu, right? Oh, you know what, Def? You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I see the wings now. Okay, so the king got Domi reversed as well. Now, I'm wondering if they both got Domi reversed and they have to both fight each other. But if the king is Domi reversed, right? Well, no, because you can be Domi Reversied and not have a contract. So I'm wondering if they did a contract. Because we don't know. We don't know. We know that probably the king went to marry Joa because as a king, you or queen, you have to attend the marriage. Marry Joa. I'm sorry. You have to attend the reverie. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you have to attend the reverie. So it's possible he went to the reverie. It's possible. Sorry, guys. It's possible he went to the reverie. And it's possible he might have got Domi. He might have gotten a pact. We don't know. But it's possible. But again, it's cool that one of the girls say is actually here, along with this other guy. But I also think it's pretty cool also that it kind of confirms what we knew, but it kind of puts it on his head as well, if you get what I'm saying. Because we all thought that Gunko would go Domi reverse it and she killed her parents, which is partly true because as we see a little bit in the middle of the chapter, her Lady Candle died. It had nothing to do with Gunko. It's just they dealt with a calamity and everybody died. Not everybody, but thousands of people died, even Lady Candle. Right? So that's weird. So that's something we didn't really, think of. Because especially me, I assumed that they only that Gunko probably killed both of the parents, but it's not the case. A fall got her, some fall mystic COVID shit got her, and now Gunko did take out her father, and Brooke was right there when he saw it, and he's flabbergasted because again he doesn't know what's going on. He doesn't know what's going on. He doesn't know that she got Domi Reversi. She don't know. He don't know. All he knows is his surrogate daughter that he grew up with killed his benefactor that saved his life. And that was his best friend. That's all he knows. So it really makes sense as to why he was wilding out the way he did before in present day. That makes so much sense. And I love how Oda brings that all together. So I'm really loving that. I really love that in these chapters, Oda has shown within only a few chapters of this flashback the whole story between Brook and Gunko. And it actually means something. You know what I mean? Like, I'm really liking that. And I'm liking that even though we're getting these flashbacks, it's not going to be like God Valley. Because the way that they're speeding this up, how long has it been, guys? About three chapters? Yeah. Yeah, it's been about 3 chapters. So probably the next chapter, this is gonna end. Probably. Maybe 5 chapters. But we're not gonna last that long in this flashback. I don't think so. I don't think so. Now, my other thing too is that the reason why the government came was because Esperita could not pay the heavenly tribute because of the calamity. So, because of that, the king decided to go to war because he's not giving up. He's not having any of his people be slaves. He's not giving up 1,000 people to be slaves because, like he said, and it's true, going to be a celestial dragon slave is worse than death. And we've seen this. Fisherman Tiger will tell you, bro. Don't go over there and be no slave, bro. Boa Hancock will tell you specifically. Don't go over there and be a slave, bro. Kuma's pops will tell you. Do not go over there, bro. Do not go over there. They wilding over there, bro. They don't care. They don't care. They will give you the celestial STD, bro, and will leave you high and dry. They will give you the celestial STD, bro. Okay? And have you spread it across the countryside. They don't care. They don't care. Okay? They do not care. They do not care at all. at all. They do not care. Oh, hey, Basanta, how you doing, man? Thank you for coming to the stream. How you doing? How you doing? Hope you're still here. Yeah. So, and Dev, I'm gonna get to your comments too in a couple minutes. Just give me a couple minutes to just kind of like wrap my thoughts about this chapter. Um, but yeah, the king decided to make the world government their enemy, and I think this shows you that this country, specifically Brooke himself, was very strong because to have Mars and a girl, and I'm assuming that old man is a God's knight. I'm assuming for them to actually come to this country themselves and have to Domi Reversi, the queen, the princess, I'm sorry, and the king. I think it shows you how strong they really were. And I'm really, really wondering if we're gonna really get a power up with Brooke, because throughout the years we've seen Brooke do things that we're like, oh, bro, you kind of strong, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. Like him taking on Big Mom, he didn't win, but him taking on Big Mom, nobody outside of Sanji and definitely Zoro would do something like that. So I think that's very interesting to note. And I'm wondering if Brooke was nerfed, and that's what we're gonna kind of find out. Brooke was so strong, maybe Yonko level. I don't know. Maybe he was Yonko level around there, and fighting the princess Gunko, fighting Gunko damaged him to where he can't get those skill back either anymore, or he's, it's locked in his brain, or she did something to where Brooke is not as strong as he was. Because I don't know, I always had this feeling, especially after when Brooke fought Big Mom, I always had this feeling that Brooke was kind of nerfed in a way, like he could do more. Had he had the resources, he could do more. And it's also weird to me that he doesn't have any hockey. That's also weird to me. Like he's this strong and he hasn't shown any hockey whatsoever. But earlier in this chapter, Brooke mentions that, hey, you find it's kind of like you can almost see the future talking to Shuri or Gunko. So Gunko possibly has future sight. Possibly. Right? So this is so interesting, man. And again, I love how Oda just flipped the script with this backstory. Like, again, I was assuming, Gunko got rid of both her parents, but no, one of them already died, and the other one got killed by her. So, there's that too. But also, I'm very interested in what Brooks said before. I'm trying to go. Yeah. So I'm actually pretty interested in what Brooks said here when he's talking to Gunko, and he says that the celestial dragons actually came a little while ago, and Candle was bedridden for a few months, but we don't know why. We don't know why. Now, it could have been she was throwing it back to one of the celestial dragons, because you know how they do, you know how they party. Ain't no party like a Diddy party, bro. And one of them gave her the celestial STD, bro. The what do they call it? The blue sapphire STD, bro. Probably gave her the blue STD, bro. Celestial STD. And maybe that's why she was, in bed for months. That's what I'm assuming. Because I don't see why them coming there would do that. Unless she was the one that made the deal. I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I don't know. But I hope we get more light on that situation. I hope. But like I said, man, this is so cool. Like, I'm glad that Oda is fast forwarding this. I mean, this Brook arc, because as much as I'm enjoying this, I want to get back to the action. I want to get back to the action, and I really want this to be the last flashback we get until we get to like the end of Elbaph, however way that ends. But I am really enjoying this, though. I am really enjoying this, and I'm really liking how Oda is flipping the script a little bit. Official Luffy Jr., what's going on, man? I think you're new to this channel. If you're not, thank you for coming. So yeah, I mean, I would definitely have to give this a 8.5 out of 10. I haven't scored these chapters in a long time, so I'm gonna give this an 8.5 out of 10. Like I like the fact that we're getting, that we're going so fast through this Brook arc, and we got this big reveal at the end, because like I said, we had no idea Gorosei member was here. We had no idea about that. We also don't know who this guy is in the side. It's a God's Night. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure this is a God's Night. But we don't know who this is. And then we see Gunko with the black flames. Now, I don't really know a lot of them that can do the black flames like that. The only one I know how to do that is an emu, is like an emu enchanted person. And it looks like she's different from the rest, because right here you can see her eyes kind of get this light in them or something. So yeah, Gunko is definitely different from your regular Domi Reversi person. Now, the thing those are all the things that I really liked about this. The thing that I don't like, and we talked about this last week, guys. If you haven't been on that stream, please go watch it. It's still up. Me and Buggy were talking, and we did not like. Well, let me say, I didn't like the fact that we have been getting these frequent breaks. Let me say that. I haven't liked the fact that we're getting these frequent breaks. But I love that Oda. But see, if Oda was getting his rest, I'd be fine with these breaks. But as we spoke about last week in the stream, he's too spread out. We got he's working on the One Piece live action season 3, I'm sorry, in Alabasta. We saw what do you call it? A IG reel or a post, him over there, probably supervising what's going on. He's going to be working on the live action for a little while. I don't know how long it's going to go. I know they said about 8 or 9 seasons, but it's going to be a minute, He's also working on the remake. He's also working on that. And I believe he's working on a movie and a game as well. So it's like, bro, you spread too thin. And I think that's the cause of us getting so many breaks, because like I spoke with my boy Buggy. I don't remember any other time outside of man, you know what, man? Excuse me. Outside of outside of Wano, right? Or even Egghead. I'd say Egghead. Outside of Egghead, I have never seen Oda take so many breaks in my life as reading One Piece. And and then he's working on the anime as well. He supervises the anime as well. So he has a lot of things going on. And honestly, at this point, I would not be surprised if not this year, maybe next year. If not next year, maybe the next 2 years, maybe the next 3 years, maybe the next 5 years. But I think we're gonna get. I wouldn't be surprised. And I don't know if this is gonna happen. I don't know nobody. I don't know. I don't have any sources. I don't have anything like that. I'm just going by my intuition. My intuition. To me, I personally think that we're going to get an announcement saying that Oda is going to go bi-weekly, like Boruto is. And guys, if you're watching this, you read Boruto, Two Blue Vortex, I'm gonna get back on those. I actually have a stream next week where I'm gonna go through all the chapters I missed, live stream. So go check that out. It's coming. It's coming next week. But anyway, I wouldn't be surprised if we're gonna get like a bi-weekly schedule. I would not be surprised. Oda has too many things going on, and we keep getting these breaks like this. You might as well just do a bi-weekly and just give us more pages. Because if I'm not mistaken, for Two Blue Vortex, we actually get like, I wanna say we get like 40 pages or something like that. Let's just say 45 pages. Let's just say that. So we get 45 pages. So we're getting more pages, but we gotta wait monthly or bi-weekly. I'd be fine with that. I'd honestly be fine with that. I would be so cool with that, right? But like I said, I honestly I don't know. Like I said, I just rather he just goes bi-weekly. How do you guys feel? Y'all let me know in the comments down below, okay? But that's my gripe with what's going on right now. Now, I said I was gonna read Death from Above's comments. Now, guys, if you want to leave a comment for me, definitely do. Let's talk about it for a few minutes, okay? And then I want to do something before we go, something that we haven't really done before, but I want to do it. That doesn't mean we'll get more pages. Toei and Oda like the milk shit. That is, you know what, Dev? That is true. That is very true. That is very true. Hey, D. I'm sorry if I butcher your name. D Solo 0531. How you doing, man? Or young lady or sir. Thank you for coming to the stream. I really appreciate it. What did you think about this chapter, man? Let me know. But yeah, man, I mean, Dev, I agree. That doesn't mean we're necessarily going to get more pages. I'm a little bit torn on that. I'm not even gonna hold you, bro. Also, Book's pirate group died of poison, just like his island did. World government, maybe. Oh, I didn't. That's a good one. I didn't think about that. I did not think about that. It could, yeah. I don't know, because this seemed weird to me too. Out of nowhere, this COVID fog out of nowhere, bro. Nah, something going on. It could have been the world government too. Absolutely. Maybe the king is Davy and Candle was a celestial, and that's why Shuri has two different colored eyes. Ooh. I can see that. Okay. But I don't think Brook is a celestial. I mean, not celestial. I'm sorry. A Davy. I don't think he's a Davy if that's the case. Because I don't think Oda would have two Davies just there. You know what I mean? I could be wrong though. But I don't think there's going to be two Davies. But if that, I can see that. Maybe that's why I should. Yeah. Okay. I can see that. I can see that. But you know what? At the same time, what if that's not even the king's kid? What if Gunko was somebody else's kid? That's why she got two different color eyes. Because remember, for whatever reason, Lady Candle, Candle, for whatever reason, when the Celestial Dragons came, she was out for like a few months. Why? Why she do that? Why she do that? I don't know. But you know what? I like that idea, bro. Black Flame and the Blade 2. That's not Gunko, that's Emu. Oh, true. Which is why Brook probably thought that this was Gunko that did it. Because again, he doesn't know what Domi Reverse is. He doesn't know what the hell's going on, you know? His will was too strong to get full reverse. Oh, you're talking about the king. I can see that. because he looks only half. True. So far, they showed up for Void Century, Egghead, and Davy, God Valley. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, and I like I said, they didn't show up in Luisha because they wanted to test out the mother flame. I'm guessing, well, not the mother flame. I'm sorry. The weapon, that the ancient weapon that they have, because we don't know if that's an ancient weapon or not. But whatever took down Luisha, they weren't there for that, right? But it seems like the Gurusei have been there for the most important things, and they'll send one Gurusei member there. So that's why I'm saying Brook must be very strong, and those people must be very strong at Esperita for them to bring a Gurusei member and a god of war. Oh my gosh. I'm thinking about LaFay. I'm sorry. What do you call it? A knight together. They have to be that strong. And that's why I'm thinking maybe Oda is going to bring Brook back to his former glory, where he's going to remember something. He's going to remember all his skills, and he's going to be a whole fucking beast now. Now he's going to get Conqueror's Haki and all this other. Because it's crazy to me how he doesn't have Conqueror's Haki. You was out here. You was this world renowned, and you don't have Conqueror's Haki? Which we've seen people who are really good don't need Conqueror's Haki. Mihawk is the perfect example of this. I don't know if he has Conqueror's Haki. He's never shown it. But so far, he doesn't have Haki. Until Oda says he has it, he doesn't have Haki, yet he's out here in these streets doing his thing. So, yeah. Apart from the Voice Century or Davy. Oh, that's probably from before. I don't know. I don't think it's Kong. No, I don't think it's Kong. I'll be surprised if it is, because we haven't seen nothing of Kong, bro. Nothing. Not a goddamn thing. He deserves to be in that category with Luffy's dad, Dragon, of just being powerful and just not doing shit. He need to be in that category too. I'm sorry. I would have put Garp in that category had he not shown what he can do in Egghead. I know he was powerful before. We heard the stories, but we never really seen him do it, so we couldn't really gauge how powerful he was. Yeah. So yeah. Mars is the culture warrior god. Yeah, but still, like, I've seen Mars more. I mean, not Mars. I'm sorry. Saturn more in the field than I have anybody else in the Gurusei. It's always Saturn that I see. He was there at God Valley, he was there in Egghead too. So it was very surprising and a very great twist to see Mars there too. It was great to see that. Brooke sees thorns and black wings and doesn't think they're being controlled. Call back from flashback with Jinbei. See, here's the thing. Brooke doesn't know what this is. You know what I mean? He sees it, but he doesn't know. And you can see him. He is like mesmerized. Like, you see it right here in the thing. He's mesmerized, bro. He's like not mesmerized, but he's like in shock. He ain't thinking about nothing else but the fact that the king is dead and Gunko is above his body and seemingly killed. And he's not thinking about nothing else. So I can't be mad at him for that. But I can't be mad at him for that. This song reminds me of the MJB. I got you. Fantasizing about the Grand Line. We talked about that. Yeah. Brooke no Haki. Oh yeah, I saw that. Okay. We're not seeing Luffy till August or September. You know what? I'll say August. I don't think it's going to be that long. I think it's going to be in August, because we're breezing through this this flashback super fast, super fast. We're breezing through this arc. But I'll say August. I would say August, not September, but I'll say August. because we're still in June. So yeah, the rich. Oh my God, it's the rich and the beautiful people always be spreading that shit. Yeah, bro. Yeah, yeah. Like I told you, them celestials, they don't play. They got them celestial STDs, bro. Brooke got the Antonio Banderas Desperado type of feel. He really do. He rocking that Jerry curl though. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. The Death Star beam. The Death Star beam is crazy, my boy. This is what I'm saying. Brooks should have hockey. I don't understand why he doesn't have hockey. If he's this strong, he should have hockey. He's solid. Maybe, I don't know, maybe from this flashback, maybe he starts remembering shit and maybe he will get hot. He will get it. Because I don't see why he doesn't have hockey. I just don't see that. I don't at all. I don't see why he doesn't have hockey. I don't see that. Mars is the culture god, so I feel like my music theory is coming true. Ooh, you think that has to do with Mars? Ooh, okay. All right, I see where you're coming from, my boy. I see where you're coming from. Sabo clock, they were demons instantly. Yo, let's talk about that real quick, because it's crazy to me, even to this day. It's crazy to me that homie really, what's the word? Homie really sat there and fought the Gorosei, bro, and was able to get out of one piece. I mean, he got damaged, of course. He got hit. He got critical hit, but he was able to get out. He was able to heal. He was able to get out there in one piece with his life, I should say. Nobody talks about this. Nobody talks about this, bro. Nobody talks about how strong Sabo is. I don't even think Ace could get out of that, bro. And he was strong as heck. That has to be talked about. You know, I got to do a video about that one of these days. I'm going to do a video about that one of these days. We're probably going to have Zoro and Sanji's fights before Luffy shows up. Yeah, I can see that happening. I can see why you said September. I can see why. That is true. Because we got to see how long that's going to take. Because I don't think that's... But see, this is where it goes to me saying Elbaph is going to be a lot longer than people think it's going to be. Because I know Oda said, you know, we're at the end game. And it's true that we are. But at the same time, I don't think... I don't know. Like I just don't think that, because he said it was going to end in 5 years, but he said this like 5 years ago. You know what I'm saying? And we said this like last week. So yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. But I think we're gonna see Zoro and Sanji's fights before that, and then Loki is still fighting Emu, but he's losing steam. He's getting tired. So we're gonna see a swap out with Luffy anytime soon. Yo, I hope I say your name right. I'm sorry if I don't. Abin Ready 5193. Thank you for coming to the stream. I really appreciate that. Hope you're good. I feel like that song Brooke was singing reminds me of Michael Jackson's Beat It. Oh, I saw this. I'm sorry. Yeah. But see, I can't do it with the Michael Jackson beat. So, you know, that's why I didn't really sing it like that. Darian, what's going on, man? I haven't seen you in like years, bro. What's happening up there in the what's the name? Mary Joa, bro. Y'all wilding up there. I heard it's crazy up there, bro. I heard somebody up there destroying everything, but y'all ain't saying who it is. Yo, let me know. Let me get the scoop, bro. Let me get the scoop. Bro, what's happening? I know I come from the Empire of Fighting Night Ride, and all I'm hearing is Brooke talking. What did I miss? Also, your future donut maker is here. I appreciate you for coming, my boy. It's been crazy. We've been getting these breaks like crazy, bro. I mean, you ain't really missed much, honestly. We just had a lot of breaks, man. I'm getting tired of it. I need Oda to stop it, bro. I need Oda to just sit down for like 10 minutes. Give me like chapters for the next 10 chapters, bro. That's all I need. I think Luffy dies at the end of the show. You know what? I'm glad you brought this up. 5193. I'm glad you brought this up. This has been a lot of people's theories for a long time that Luffy was gonna die. The first instance was when we found out about what Gear 2 drawbacks were. And then all of a sudden they disappeared. Because remember, I don't know if y'all remember, but Gear 3, I'm sorry, Gear 2 was supposed to have this life-threatening drawback that if he kept using it, he was gonna die. Now, seemingly, well, honestly, he don't even have to use it anymore. Be honest with you, I haven't seen Luffy use Gear 2 in so damn long, bro. I have not seen him use that damn thing in so long. Because I remember back in the day, Luffy used Gear 2 for every fight he was in. Anytime he could use it, bro, he was gonna be using it. Pre-time skip. And then post-time skip, he was using it all the time because at that point, he could use it in short bursts and mix it with hockey, which actually made him a very devastating fighter up until he got to the likes of Doflamingo and Katakuri and Big Mom and Kaido, right? But now, out of post Wano, he's able, even in Egghead now, he's able to do mini Gear 4, which I hope we see more of because I don't think enough people talk about mini Gear 4. But he can do mini Gear 4 now, do mini like Gear 4 attacks in base form. He could also sit here and he also has Gear 5 where he can do everything he wants to do in Gear 5. But it also has a big drawback too. So yeah, man. I mean that so that's going now. But people still think that sorry. So like I said, people, yeah, it's gonna be crazy. So I don't think it's gonna be because of his gears. I don't think so. Because at this point, I think he's too powerful for that to even happen. And again, we don't know how his Gear 5 ability is gonna work with imagination. Because if he can imagine himself not to die, then he can't die. Now, again, I don't know if that works like that. I don't know. And this is why I didn't really like Gear 5 when it came out. Because when Oda gave that vague explanation, nobody knows what that means. Does that mean that because realistically, Luffy should not have a stamina drain anymore because if he could will himself to keep going, he can keep going. So in equivocally, that means that so realistically, that means that he can't die. You don't have to do the transplant with Luffy because he can't die. Just like, for example, when you saw when I forgot who did it. It wasn't Mars. I forgot who it was. I think it was the Sandworm. When it started warring in Egghead, you saw his whole scar and everything else come out of him. And he put his scar back like a fucking cartoon. If he can do that, then that means that he can't die. If he wants to will himself not to die, he can't die. So again, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? And that's why I need more of an influence. This is why I like Gear 5. Let me say this. I didn't like Gear 5 at first, but then I warmed up to it a little bit later, especially in Egghead and Wano. I mean, Elbaph. Especially in the anime. I really like it in the anime more. But again, we don't have an explanation for this gear. So it's still possible that he can still die. It's still possible. I feel like it's still possible, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm sorry to make that longer than it needed to be. Sabo used Rio back in Dressrosa. Did he? I wouldn't be surprised if he did, but you know how old it is. He don't never show shit until later on. So maybe he did. We'll see. Also, I love your background, the Bat Cave. Oh, thank you, man. I really appreciate it. I really like it too. I just saw it. I was like, yo, I gotta I gotta put this back, bro. Back in, you know what's crazy, Darian, too? I don't know how long you've been watching this, but back in the day, when we did streams just on my channel, me and Buggy, we used to call it the Broke Cave. You know, so that's what I used to call it. So, but I didn't have this in mind, so I'm just glad I have this background. So I appreciate that. Thank you. Older Drew or older Luffy already. True, but remember that is a possible future. So that's not an inset future. It's a possible future. But again, the way I looked at it, as in, there's a way, it's possible he can get to this age, but we don't know. This is a possible future. That is not an in-depth future. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? He's a god. Yeah, and see, and that's the reason why, like, I'm very, like, I'm confused, because that means in Gear 5, he can will himself to live. Even if he gets, no matter how damaged he gets, he should be able to live with no problems. That's why, like, I need a full explanation on what Gear 5 can do. I need a full one. He can only use it for Red Hawks now. But see, and this is what I'm saying. Even the Red Hawk, I haven't even seen him do that in so long. The last time I saw him do, honestly, the last time I saw Luffy do Red Hawk was when he fought the lion dude in Wano, before he fought Kaido the first time and got destroyed. And I think at that time, Luffy needed to get stronger, and that's why he did what he did. So that's why even his Wano movesets, he don't do anymore. Ever since he had Gear 5, I think his whole mindset changed. And he was like, yo, I got to get away from certain attacks now. I don't have to use Gear 5 anymore. What do I need to use it for? I got Gear 2 attacks. What do I need to do it for? I got Gear 5. Don't really need that anymore. You know what I mean? Or Red Rock. Yeah, I wait, I think we saw him do Red Rock. I'm not mistaken, on Somers, no? No, I think it was a Thor star gun or something like that. I don't yeah. Like I said, I wish we would have, man. I wish we would have gotten some of his old attacks back, because I feel like I'm not done with his old moveset yet. And that's why I love Gear 2 so much. Out of all his gears, Gear 2 and Gear 4 are my favorite gears of his. Love it, man. Love it. POV, Luffy unlocked mini Gear 5. Ooh. That would be cool. Mini Dwarf Star gun. That's possible. Like I said, Luffy can do anything at this point, so that's possible. That's possible. Brooks' Awakening is going to raise people from the dead and give them an extra life. Ooh, I like that. I like that. All right, guys. So I'm not going to leave yet. I'm going to do something really, really quick. I want to try this out with you guys, since some of y'all are on here. And I want to try it because I think it'd be very interesting. Oh, let me pull it up. Like, maybe. Okay, we can do it like that. I want to see the backstory of Joy Boy very badly. I do too. I really want to see how powerful Joy Boy was. You know what I'm saying? You'll get it for sure. But hey, no need for the old gears if Gear 5 can do everything he needs. True, but and I'm gonna make a video later on too. The problem is though, he still has a drawback. That's still the problem for me, Bugs. Like, he has a big drawback problem. That's my issue. Because he can go Gear 4 and he doesn't have the drawback issue anymore, because he's mastered Gear 4 to the point where he can do mini Gear 4 now. You know what I mean? But Gear 5, he has to consume so much food that that's the only way he can stay in Gear 5. You know what I mean? But we'll see. Because but this is what I'm saying though. Like, Bugs, like, if Gear 5 does what it's supposed to do, been said, realistically, if he can imagine himself not getting tired, he shouldn't be getting tired. If he can imagine himself fighting for weeks, he can fight for weeks. But we haven't seen that because he's gotten old and dried up as a raisin as soon as he started using hockey attacks. Well, we'll see. We'll see. All right, guys. So listen, I wanted to do this with y'all very quick before I leave, and let me know if y'all want me to do this because I thought this kind of be interesting for us to do. So listen. So I took some reels from like Facebook and IG and stuff like that, and I wanted to talk about it like just for a couple minutes. So for example, shout out to One Piece Addicts, the group. It says, who is the weakest here? Here we got Roger, we got Kaido, we got Shanks, and we got Loki. So, guys, I want y'all to come in and I want you to comment too. I want to see what you guys think. Who in this group do you think is the weakest? Okay, I'm gonna give my thoughts right now. Realistically, in my opinion, I'm gonna have to say Kaido. Kaido is the weakest out of this whole group. Okay. One, because Roger, his hockey control, hockey mass, insane. Nobody was fucking with it. Only ones I could really fuck with this dude was Rocks and Garb and Whitebeard. Other than that, not happening, bro. Not happening. So, of course, Shanks, he has crazy hockey control. Okay, crazy hockey control. He's been talked about putting down Loki here, right? And we've seen Loki. We see how massive he gets. Now, again, I don't know specifically what happened, but so far we can sit here and say that Shanks' hockey control is insane. One of the best we've seen at One Piece. He was also compared to Joy Boy in terms of hockey. That just goes to show you how much of a boss he is, right? So that's why I couldn't put him as the weakest. And then we have Loki here. Loki, we haven't seen but so much, but we've seen a little bit to say Kaido was getting creamed by Loki, bro. I don't even think that's a discussion, to be honest with you, because Loki is 20 times the size of Kaido, and even in dragon form. In his animal form, his dragon form, Kaido is a puppy, like a chew toy compared to fucking Loki, and he has Ran gear too. I love Kaido, one of the best villains of One Piece, my guy, but he getting creamed by my boy Loki, bro. Okay, Dev, you said Kaido. Okay, cool. Let me know. Let me get y'all answers to that of y'all that's still watching. Okay, so yeah, that's who I would say is the weakest out of this group, bro. So like, if I had to like, but if I had to like order it from strongest to weakest, that'd be kind of. I would put Kaido at the bottom. I put Loki after Kaido. This is going to be controversial, but I would put Roger after Loki, and then I would put Shanks after Roger. If I had to do that, that's how I would do it. Okay. All right. So we got that out the way. Let's see another one we could do. Okay. So I also got this from One Piece Flame. Shout out to you, my guy, if you're watching. So, but go check out his IG. Appreciate it. Will the other Straw Hats ever get basic hockey? And I like this because you see what all of the Straw Hats have so far. So Luffy, of course, he has all of the hockey ingredients here. So does I said Roger. So does Zoro here too. Sanji only has 2 so far, right? which I'm sure he's gonna get more. So outside of this, outside of the big three, we have, here we go, Usopp, who has only observation. Nami has no haki. Robin has no haki. Frankie has no haki. Brooke has no haki that we know of, but that could seriously change just based on what we saw. And actually, and I'm going to talk about Jinbei too, but Jinbei has not advanced. He has, I don't think he has observation though. I don't think he has observation. I've never seen Jinbei use observation, but we've seen him use, what's it called? We've seen him use armament. I've seen him use armament a lot of times. Does he has conquerors? I don't. I think he does. Because when we saw him fight Who's Who, that was the only time I seen him use. I've seen his haki like that. Also, his haki was black and blue. All the other hakis I've seen are either red and black, or the multicolored, the black and the multicolored we've seen from the Gurusei. Jinbei is unique, and I don't think nobody really talks about that, because Jinbei used I think he did use conquerors. I could be wrong, but I think he did use conquerors. But Jinbei has a black and blue haki. And I feel like that's so interesting that nobody really talks about. Do I think anybody else is getting haki outside of this? I don't think so. You know, you know what? Let me take that back. Going with the backstory that we just read for these past 3 chapters of Brook, I think he's gonna get some type of haki infusion, somehow, some way. I think he's gonna get one. I think so. As for the rest of them, I don't think it's gonna happen. But Usopp specifically, we've talked about this in medium multitude of times. He has observation, but we haven't seen him train with that at all. We haven't seen him use it at all. So I don't think I at this point, bro, be honest with you, if he does get it, if he does advance it, I think he's only going to advance it during the final war, if he's still alive after Elbaph. Now, Oda could pull a fast one and maybe get it at the end of Elbaph. We don't know. But outside of this, I don't see really anybody here getting, especially Nami. I don't see really anybody here getting haki aside from maybe Brook. And maybe we see more haki from Jinbei too, because we really haven't seen him use haki like that, which is very odd to me. But maybe with the Gabon training, if they're gonna stay there, if we get a time skip, maybe we'll see maybe Robin, because she has been training with the fisherman dude from from a revolutionary. So she does have some experience. So maybe she might be the most eligible of getting haki out of all of this group. So yeah. But guys, did you like this? Y'all let me know. Yeah, y'all let me know. I'm gonna try to find some more reels for you guys too. I'm gonna try to do that too. All right. Oh, let me read these few right here. Also, when I joined the channel, you did Oda really just say that Sanji will surpass Roger All Father Silver reaction? When I joined the channel, you did Oda really just say Sanji will surpass Roger? I remember doing an All Father Silver reaction. It's been a minute. I think I'm gonna go back to doing that, because he probably got new videos out now. Especially after the Brook whole Brook thing and Elbaph thing. So I really want to get back to that. Yeah, I gotta do another one. Guys. That actually that mysterious guy might be a Vince Smoke since he's coming as a Sig. Oh, my boy Buggy agrees too. Oh, a Vince. Oh, maybe Judge's grandfather. Oh, I like that. I like that. I like that. Dad, you cooking, bro. You cooking with grease, bro. You cooking with grease. I like that. I like that. Oh, I like that. Hey, I like that. I like that. I mean, you know what? And I'm looking at and I'm looking at this picture right now. He is smoking like Sanji. I ain't gonna hold you. Brooke knew the Vince Smoke name, but you know what? We assumed that he knew the Vince Smoke name like everybody else did through the stories. But Brooke was actually there when he met the Vince Smokes, bro. Yo, that is so crazy. Homie is the Charlie Murphy of the Straw Hats, bro. He met Prince. Yo, he met Prince and Rick James, bro. Brooke has sat here and met everybody, bro. Son, this is insane. Bro. This is so insane. Ooh. Oh my God. This is so insane. No, like this is so bro. Bro. This man has met everybody, bro. See, I could see why Otis doing this now with Brooke. Brooke, that's why he had to save his backstory for this because Brooke had a much bigger story that we all thought. That we all thought, bro. Because this is crazy. This is crazy. That is so insane, bro. Yo, that is so insane. That is so insane, bro. That is so insane. Like, bro. Oh my gosh. Guys. You know, I gotta do a video on this too, bro. Oh my gosh. I got so many videos I gotta do. And guys, also, if you're watching the anime as well, we are close to it ending. I think it's gonna end in like 5 episodes or so, 4 episodes or something like that. And it was just like me and Buggy thought. We're probably gonna end this. We're probably gonna end where we get the mural. That's probably gonna be the ending of this first court. And the second court is gonna be God Valley for the most part. That's why they killed Brooke and his crew with poison. Ooh. 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 Maybe. Ooh. Yeah, I gotta. Yeah, Brooke is the most important character that we need to even talk about. But I tell you what, I guarantee you we're gonna get a lot of Brooke videos. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Brooke, we're gonna get a lot of Brooke videos after this. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I'm gonna tell you that right now, bro. All right, but guys, I'm getting out of here. Thank you guys for coming through. Thank you guys. Darian, I'm so glad you came back, bro. Death from above. You know, you my boy. Thank you for coming through. As always, I've been ready. There's another one in here. Let me shout you out. What's the other? What's the other? I'm sorry, guys. Give me 1 second because I'm still Basanta. Thank you for coming through. Official Luffy Jr. Thank you for coming through. I really appreciate y'all for coming. Please come on Saturdays. Since we don't have a chapter next week, which I'm still pissed about. You guys like the Elbaph thing that we talked about. So I'm gonna do something else. I'm gonna think about what to do for the next, for the next Saturday. Cause I see that you guys actually like that conversation ones that we did. So I definitely want to do something else with you guys. Maybe we could talk about Elbaph as a whole again. Matter of fact, guys, I need you to go look on the community tab because I want y'all to get y'all opinions on what y'all want us to talk about for Saturday. Me and Buggy. Hopefully he comes. He couldn't come today because he had a lot of work stuff to do. Personal stuff, I should say. Sorry. But look at the like I said, look at the community tab. I'm gonna put a question up either later today or tomorrow about what you guys want us to talk about for the next stream. We can talk about anything, we can do a reaction, whatever. Y'all let me know what y'all want me to do, I want us to do, and we'll talk about it. We'll do it. You know what I mean? Because I actually want to keep this up for every Saturday. I want to make sure you guys come, make sure you guys, conversate, because I really want to talk to you guys, man. You know what I mean? But with that said, I'm going to get out of here. I love you guys so much. Deuces, be safe, have a good one, and see you guys in the next one. Later, y'all.